the 1980s, I've been worried about a nuclear war. It is now 2020, and with Agenda 21, the reset and COVID-19 colliding with the most important election ever, this conflict within the election, I feel it would be in everybody's interest to learn a great deal about survival.
Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, and this is where the very rich meet once a year, or actually several times, to discuss global affairs. I think their ideas are for the welfare of the world, but like everything, they can be contaminated and can be full of exasperation as well, as we see now in the American elections, which are fake news. But in any case, everybody else will have a problem with that story. Everything I'm about to say now is up for interpretation and must be read and followed through. And it's my idea how to deal with things and not everybody else's. COVID-19 is a problem, but it's not as much problem as the potential effects of the global reset, the world reset that they're going to impose on us very quickly. This gentleman really wants us to move quickly into the world of AI, artificial intelligence. But they have put no consideration into the fact that most human beings will not be able to catch on quickly. They want to do the whole reset within about 10 years, especially to reduce the population, the world population from 9 billion to 500 million. Should this all happen and we are gaslit into believing that we've run out of electricity and that we have no human resources, I've decided to learn today about survival. Can I survive in this world of shit where I like to change 3 times a day? I like to have my teeth done. Can a girl like this move into the world of survival and still look as good? So I have got my good friend, Birgit Cunningham, to come and help me with my ideas.
My parents got me into survival training at an early age. So I think when I was 17, I did my first course. It was a John Ridgway course in Scotland, Cape Wrath. He's the chap who rowed across the Atlantic. An amazing man and beautiful wife, and they ran this training course, survivalist training course up in Scotland, and we would have to swim across a loch every morning at 6 a.m. and you could possibly have a hot shower if you got out in time. So that was a wonderful course, lots of testing your endurance and survival skills. And the final 3 days of that course, we had to survive on our own. We just dropped off, actually in the water at one point, and we just had a plastic bin bag, 3 matches, a fishing hook, some fishing wire, so no tents.
I've never made a tent in my life except when I was 8 years old, and I went to Pony Club camp. So anyway, she has decided to show me what she feels that you need. Now, it's not complete, but it's a rough idea of the items that you should have on you if you're going to survive, I'd say, looking at this, for about 4 days. I mean, I don't really like any of the food she's got, but let's say I want to live that day. She's going to show us what the items are and what they're used for. Okay, show me all your things, which look far too utilitarian for my liking.
Rule number 1, wet wipes. I know you bought yourself a shower.
Yes.
I've never heard of anyone buying a shower, but no, we're going like hardcore survival, and I'm afraid this
that's
is
the essential.
You can't live without it. Yeah. Soap, also very, very important. Also doubles it, this is probably not the best brand, doubles as antiseptic. This has come up many months.
It has.
I can't survive without Chanel 90.
That's a good plug for them.
And sometimes you are in some very smelly situations and you have to stay sane. Moisturizer, when you're out there, your hands and your lips will get very, very dry.
Okay.
The elements.
I don't need a map, I know where I'm going.
There's no way you're going to know. Let's say something happens in London an attack.
Yes, okay. And you need to have a little road to get out.
Yeah, not only that, you need it now to plan your route.
Oh my God.
You need to know.
That makes me feel sick.
You need to think, where am I going to go? Am I going to stay at a friend's house?
Okay, so tell me what you're going to eat during this dreadful, dreadful few weeks.
These are almonds and raisins. And I just throw these in a bag. I just have this and water, and I can get through the entire day.
What happens if there's no water? I mean, what do you do then?
Water is the number one most important thing.
Yes, I'd say so.
Because you can survive without food for 3 weeks, but you will be dead after 3 days if you don't have water.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me the water. How do you clean it, or what do you do with it?
This is a good sort of water to go water filter, which
My God.
This will filter the water. Right now, I've got loads of old like Evian bottles and water bottles in my flat.
Okay.
So I've stockpiled water, and you don't have to go buy. The important thing, if you store water though, you have to keep it covered, because you could have algae growing in the water.
I'm looking at this, okay, and I'm thinking you're sadomasochistic, because let's face it, you've got 1 or 2 items here which are dead dodgy. Listen, tell me what these are all about.
Well, shovels were the most important instrument during both the wars.
Okay.
This was, every soldier will tell you this is the most important instrument. I mean, you've got the guns, you've got everything, but I'm afraid this is the most important. This is quite a big one.
Now listen, you've got us an axe. And
I was going to say that this is also for digging holes to build huts, to build traps, and that's one of the nicer things I've got in my house.
Okay, that nicer things. My God. And the handcuffs. What on earth do you need handcuffs for, other than having mad, passionate sex?
No, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't? I would. Why wouldn't you?
I was in a situation once where, when you were attacked or harassed or whatever, and I just thought, looking back, I was like, I wish to God I'd tackled that guy, punched him, because I know a little bit of self-defense, and then put his arms behind a pole or something, and then pulled his pants down and just left him there. But you're not allowed to do that. It's illegal.
Okay, now listen, okay, it's extremely practical to have all this stuff. Yeah, I agree. You've got eye stuff, ear stuff, so you don't have noise.
The important thing, if we go to
self-fulfillment.
This is the list, the hierarchy of survival. So we're all up here. Self-actualization, achieving one's potential, including creative activities. So I'm afraid to say you're looking fabulous. So that's self-actualization.
Okay.
You've got the makeup, you've got the detailing, you've had time to be creative and put effort in, and
okay.
You've got everything because you've already covered food, water, warmth, rest.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
You've already covered security and safety, I assume.
Yes, I like security.
Intimate relationships and friends.
Yes, I love friends. I don't care about intimate relationships, but
prestige, yes. Feelings of accomplishment.
Well, I think everybody needs that, don't they? I mean, this is the AI world that they're trying to put onto us.
So yes, you're talking about what
we're back, yes.
Next.
Yes. So in order to get there,
this bit is already. We're here.
Yes.
We already can feel this bit being threatened.
Okay.
Prestige, feelings of accomplishment.
Okay.
If we go into communist takeover or something like that, we're not going to be able to feel any prestige or feeling of accomplishment, are we?
No.
We're all going to have to be equal.
But it's very weird. It's not quite like that. It is almost Orwellian. It's Fabian socialism.
Yeah.
Which for everybody who doesn't know out there is probably the most worrying socialism of the lot. Tony Blair likes Fabian socialism. That should tell you everything, and so does Obama. It's where it works very well for the elites. They can go and be their normal self, and the rest are like that: food, water, and rest.
Well, if things really get bad, we're going to go from here to there.
Okay, and that's why you're helping me.
That's why I'm helping you.
Okay.
To be quite honest, from some of the things I've done, you don't have time. You don't have time to have fun. And then you can get a bit melancholy, you can get a bit...
And you might get the axe out.
Yeah, and you might start drinking. I brought some bottle of whiskey over here. This is good for bartering. You are not allowed to drink. Do not drink.
I don't drink.
If we hit that bottom level, do not drink. Yeah, I don't drink and I don't smoke. However, I've got whiskey and cigarettes at my place because we don't know what's going to happen with money.
Well, money is going to change. He says that it's going to go to blockchain, Bitcoin, and all of those, but probably they will do their own version. They have changed the currency because we know it's not backed by gold anymore. But what is it backed by? It's backed by human resources, really.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so tell me, you did tell me something really interesting about baby food.
So I find baby food is really useful. This has got so many nutrients in it, and very often they're organic as well. So what you want to eat is up to you, but you've got lots of people who make ready meals like this, but I don't know if he's got any chemicals.
Well, that's
there.
Jamie Oliver.
So I quite like green lentils, quinoa, or brown rice. That's got more nutrients in it.
And what about traditional oats? I quite like traditional
Yeah,
oats.
traditional oats. I actually hate that, but you have to eat it. Oatmeal. And then you've got all these sort of army foods. I've got 2 different types of bag packs. You've got the big one for serious survival.
Where's it from? Where can they buy it?
North Face. North Face is
I
the
don't
Chanel
care.
of survival.
I don't care. It still looks dreadful. I want something prettier than that. I'll have to look online. Also, you told me when you wash yourself, you have this dreadful towel. I
Okay.
like a big white fluffy towel,
No.
and instead, what have you got? Show me what you got.
Get the towel, Amanda. This is your new towel. This is great. You can, use that.
And do you wash your hair during this period?
No, forget about washing your hair. You don't need to wash your hair ever again.
Surely you can just plant yourself in a nice field, which is fairly discreet, and stay there. You don't need to start rushing around. What's in your first aid bag?
This is quite a good one. This has got everything: tweezers, all the sort of bandages. This is for pretty serious damage.
Are you turning into Hiawatha? Because I noticed you've got a sling.
I got 2 of them. The first one actually snapped on me because I was practicing.
You told me an interesting thing about a radio. You bring your old radio. You don't use new ones.
Okay, this is my old radio. This is for the news. You need to be up to. You need to know what's
But
going
we've got
on.
fake news, so news is irrelevant.
You're right about that. So if, let's say you did get the BBC Radio 4 on there,
You'll hear their
you
propaganda.
wouldn't know about a protest going on in Parliament Square.
No, you wouldn't. No, they never mention the Pope. No, they consider them to be the gilets jaunes. And that brings me to your yellow jacket over there, which looks dead dodgy because the gilets jaunes is the very thing, the populist movement is the very thing that Klaus Schwab doesn't like.
Yeah, now one of the reasons I have this is because I actually have a generator at home, a small generator. Have you got a generator?
No, how much are they?
45, 60 pounds. I don't think it was very much.
Okay.
You have to think of a life without electricity, without Wi-Fi. You'll need to get lots of batteries.
Okay.
For example, for that radio, so you know what's going on. This is just quite a good light. It's got magnets on it. For tents, I find I just sort of stick this anywhere. I was going to go back to this. This works. Let's say I was going to have the generator on. I want to look like a workman.
I don't ever want to be
if
like
there's civil unrest,
Yeah.
you either want to blend in like a hippie, or you want to look like a tourist, or you want to be able to get into a smart place. So I've got the gilet jaune and a nice expensive scarf. This one's not really bright enough. And this scarf is really, really good because
It can turn into a
it
hajik.
can turn into absolutely anything, and also can work as a sling
Okay.
and a water filter. And again, it will dry very, very easily. Now, all your clothes need to be black or dark, or
But then you'll look like Antifa.
you probably want to look like Antifa.
Okay.
Again, not completely necessary, but very useful.
Well, between the saw, the shovel, the axe, and the handcuffs, I mean, you look like you get up to serious no good.
Ooh.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. What is this thing about rights?
Okay.
Oh my God.
This is quite important. This is to know your rights.
Tips to remember when dealing with the police. Record your interaction. Well, you're really going to do that when you're talking to the police.
Yep.
Cameras are your best defense against the police. If you know they are being recorded, they will be less tempted to violate your rights. Do not talk to the police or answer any questions. You are never required to talk to police. Anything you say to an officer can be used to hurt you, never help you. When you're being detained, oh my God, this looks terrifying. Ask, am I being detained? If you're not being detained, just walk away. Are you allowed to just walk away?
A little bit.
This might be the most useful thing in the whole of the rucksack. An officer is never allowed to search you or your property without your consent unless he has a warrant for a reasonable suspicion of a crime. Even if the officer searches you, always be sure to make them aware you do not consent to the search. Fucking hell. So the next time the policeman comes to the door and said, I believe you've had a burglary, madam, you don't let them in.
Maybe not. Well,
these are your public servants. They're paid for with your money to protect you. If you feel intimidated by the police, they're not doing their job properly. But be polite, as police can often act irrationally if offended. Oh my God, look at all this.
Some of this is common law. This is about common law. And as much as I love common law, I have found it's not really working very well.
Okay, how many laws are there? I thought there was only common law.
Well, there is common law, but we now have all this new legislation, all these regulations.
Why have you got these radio?
They're not
walkie-talkies.
They're fun, they're great, but you won't get a huge distance.
How many miles can you get?
I'd say about 5.
But you could pick up all sorts of other people during that period.
It'd be great to get a really good ham radio.
Okay.
If you can. That's out of my budget. If anyone does get a radio like this, please remember, organise which channels you're going. And be careful what you say. You don't want to be on the radio and say, right, 2 o'clock we all meet at the Ritz where we've got a whole bunch of food and medical equipment. Because someone could be overhearing that on the radio. These are the famous tinnies. This is what they use in the army, and these are very, very useful. You can put things in here.
You can cook in them, can't you?
Yes, you can cook in them. That even doubles a plate. There's my cigarettes, which I don't smoke. Scissors, I think these are bloody illegal now, isn't it? Matches, great. Lighters, these can get wet or even damp. By the way, if a match gets very damp, you can dry it with your own whistle. Lots of plastic bags. Always have loads of plastic bags.
Okay.
These are going to save your life. You just put clothes in there, food in there. It's good to have
some pegs.
Laundry pegs. I've sort of really wished I'd bought these on a few trips because you're always drawing stuff out. Rope. I've got a lot more rope there, and I've seen you've already got some rope. But with plastic bag and this rope, or this rope here, you've got a house.
Okay. If I need to climb out of my windows, could I use one of these ropes? Are they strong enough? Let me see.
This, I wouldn't, not
pull.
Great.
Pull.
You want a climbing rope.
Pull. No, it's not going to be strong enough.
This is going to also injure you. Swiss
Yeah, okay.
Army knife. You've got one of those. Brilliant. The other thing,
I've got a lot of shopping to do.
These are those little tea candles. Oh yes, sorry, you also can cook with that lower pot.
Okay.
And you can boil water, so it's good to have this at hand, so you can boil water.
Really what are they called? Army?
Tinnies.
Army tinnies, okay. Can you tell me what you keep warm in? I keep asking about it.
Well, I've got a really good winter sleeping bag. If you get a sleeping bag, make sure it's not for summer. St John's Ambulance do these fantastic heat-retaining blankets. I think it's Mylar, but it says it's...
That's not going to keep me warm.
Polyester, and we've all seen these. If you see the news and you see someone getting wrapped up in these, this will retain 90% of your body temperature. Would you like to try this?
Okay, yeah. I'll put it here.
You actually...
Oh, immediately. It immediately works.
Yeah. Good for emergency.
Why do you have strong kitchen foil? I
don't know, tin foil comes in quite handy. Collecting rainwater even, sometimes. Okay. If you've got an umbrella or a plastic bag and you're gathering rainwater.
Now you've got this orange pot, what's that?
This I just got the other day because I started getting really panicky about possible cyber attack.
And now this is really bonkers.
Yeah. So
I mean, why would they be giving you a cyber attack?
A cyber attack. That means we could have an EMP attack any moment now.
Okay.
And then we will lose gas, electricity, internet, everything. So this is a stove.
Your son must think you're completely bonkers doing all this. Yeah, okay.
So this is a gas cooker, and this attaches to a... I've got very small, they're about this big, gas canisters.
Okay, do you buy from Amazon?
No, I buy from professional shops.
Okay, so you buy direct?
I do not like
What do they do to the other sellers?
Well, if someone has a really good product and they're doing really well, they'll sort of monitor it, and then they'll just undercut them and destroy them.
Okay.
They're a very nasty company.
But I mean, all of this looks very bonkers. You know, what is the chances of us needing this?
Well, right now, darling, very high. The
Is
world's
it?
about to end. Yes.
The world is about to end.
Yes. So you've got to
Oh,
take
that's
this,
ridiculous.
You've got to take this seriously.
Okay, okay.
And I've been doing all this SAS survival training my entire life because I've always felt
That it would happen.
not that it could happen, but my mother's been through it. My mother grew up in the rubble of Dresden. She was
Yes.
from East Germany.
Well, we caused Dresden.
What I'm saying is this has happened.
And I think we've covered almost everything. We haven't got an iron here. You're missing so much stuff.
Like an iron.
Yes, I want an iron. What do you think is the most essential thing if there's a terrorist attack? You show me something quite extraordinary this morning, and you say it's essential.
What this thing is?
Yes, the blood.
Well, yeah. Well, my son was an actor, and so I had the stage. We had the stage blood, as one does. Worst case scenario: if you're in a terrorist attack, and this is absolutely worst case scenario. Do not mess about with this. And there's like dead people everywhere, struggling, and you've still got terrorists on the loose. Pour some blood on you. I have actually done that. Protest. Do it again. Do not do this. Absolute worst case scenario. But they're unlikely to come back and make sure you're dead if you look dead.
Okay, now you say all of this, okay, but you might be lying around looking dead for, say, 3 days. You can't go to the loo, you can't do anything.
3 days.
Well, yes, you don't know how long you're going to be left there. The terrorists could be setting up shop, in your bedroom, waiting for the attackers to come and, do something. So you're lying there dead. You can't go to the loo, you can't go and eat, you can't do anything. You're just pretending to be dead.
You know what? That's a scenario just simply unfortunate.
Well, now you'll have to think about it. Okay, darling. So look, we've been through this, okay? But in any case, the rich person in this scenario will be in bed with Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum. So it's really not going to matter to them. Okay, let's go next door for my little slip. This is mine. I've started preparing mine, okay? And some things are coming this week. And I looked at a camping site on Amazon because I didn't want to go into the shops because it's far too boring for me. So I bought everything on Amazon. I bought this. I know you don't like Mr. Bezos, but anyway, we have to deal with what... I think we should set up our own Amazon. Yes, exactly. I've got this so that I can be mistaken for a bird.
What?
Yes, I can be mistaken for a bird.
You think that's camouflage?
Yes, camouflage. Look how it works. Look.
Amanda, I don't think that's... Well, no, you're more likely to get shot. Going back to the farmhouse with someone with shooting rifles.
Okay. So, I've got this, which looks warm. It covers for...
Okay, that's good. Brilliant.
That's the floor thing.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, this rope's fantastic. Yeah.
I thought I might need to look a bit glamorous. I bought this.
Oh.
It's a hairband. I can just whip it on if I need to look sort of glamorous down the street.
Well, instead of the high vis, that will get you rescued.
I'm opening this up. What's in here? Look, what's this? What's this? Oh, that's a good sleeping bag.
Okay, let me see if that's winter. Ooh, that feels like that's winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, let me see if the tent is glamorous enough. I'm a bit worried about it.
Okay, the tent is fantastic. And you did exactly. I did tell you. This is
Yes.
how this whole thing started. You called me up.
Yes.
and
I said, what the hell do we do? I'm reading Klaus Schwab's book. They told me these are combat wipes. Yes, combat wipes.
Would you wipe your enemy?
Yeah, look. Well, no, obviously you take them when you're going into the army. So I thought they sounded good anyway.
Oh, they're biodegradable.
Yes. And then I've also brought some paracetamol because I thought you were bound to get a headache.
That's on the survival list.
Is
Perfect.
it?
Well done.
And then I bought Buscopan because you know how you can get stomach aches.
People sometimes get constipation when they're
Well, no, these give you actually constipation. Constipation is better than the Eliasch. I mean, come on, nobody wants to have the shits in this scenario, okay? This is AM, PM, and this is to stop you mix with water, and it's to stop you, actually, it's called a hydrating, you know, sort of, it's a hydrating drink. You don't need to have too much food.
You don't want to be losing weight when you're
No, I said it's dietary supplements.
Okay,
So, because the reason I bought it was because, listen, it's very simple. When you're going on this trip, you might be losing weight, so you need your supplements.
Yes, you need
Okay, so that's why I've done it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Now, I bought some cream, because you said that it's very important. So I've used Fion's, because it's a nice thick cream, and then you put this on, and you can start getting a facelift, just in case you need it. Okay.
You need a facelift during spa.
Darling, you need to look good, okay? Okay, so I got this, it's got scissors, is that a good one?
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
So I don't think you need to look rough. You know, you don't want to look like you sleep rough, do you? I mean, you want to look glamorous, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure that's what people were saying right after the bombing of Dresden. They're like, I must look my best.
I'm sure there was one woman there that made an effort and she managed to escape Dresden. Okay, now listen, I know it was difficult because there was a lot of bombing. It's a bit like being in Syria under Obama's bombing. You know, he did 26,000 bombs. Okay. I was told to get some knives.
Good, this is more like it. Knives.
I thought that was a better size instead of a saw. You know, you could saw somebody's arm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it, darling.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Now, remember, this would be illegal to walk around with in London.
Okay, now this is these are light, whatever they are, for telephones.
Does these work?
I don't know. Yes,
These
they're
are
meant to.
brilliant.
Now, how do I open them? I can't even see how I open them.
I don't think you do. You just leave them in the light.
Look, that's it. Look, you leave it outside and hey presto. Use a manual for solar charger. Okay. I hate reading these sort of things. I mean, look, you open this up and it's a crashing ball. Okay, well then you can read the bloody thing because I'm not. I mean, that fills me with utter horror. Then I've got some clothes to wear. Okay, so I thought I'd take 2 jackets with me. I got a bit of khaki. They made this one for me. It's got rat bag on it. They have. I thought it was quite cool. You don't think? I thought it'd be good to, you know, just whip on, whip off. You know, if the army were coming, they'd think I could belt it and look like a member of the army, like that, you know.
You've just made me rethink the whole of survival. I think I've been doing it all wrong. There's no reason why you can't have a bit of style.
Absolutely.
This is fabulous. And if these are like the new rescue signs, you know, then we're on to something.
Yes, we are. It doesn't need to be ugly. Look, you see, you immediately look smart and you don't look like some prepper. You look like some hood, and they'll treat you with respect, the police, if you're wearing that. And that's my view. My view is the police, if you are dressed up every day, they will treat you with respect. I did a television program the other day, and I came out of here and I saw a woman, and she's a policewoman. And she goes, "Hello, Amanda." I'm thinking, I'd never seen her before in my life, but I'd been on television the week before.
Yeah.
And she recognised me from the program. So it's good to sort of make an effort every day. She had a completely different attitude. She wasn't letting people pass in the street, but she let me. You need to play the game. We don't need to look like rebels. You know, we need to look like we understand everything. We know everything, but don't muck with us because you're not going to send a woman like that to prison looking like that. You know, I sort of like being miserable. And so I tend to read.
You like being miserable?
Yes, I like being miserable. And I love that feeling of passion, which, you know, goes wrong. So I love Thomas Hardy. Now listen, I've also got these.
Tess is my
These,
middle
I've
name.
got these, yes, exactly. Test is my book. Always good to be a ditzy blonde. Like, I'm sorry, what is all of this about? I don't know anything. What's going on? And fuck off, you know. It's very good to look like you're a ditzy blonde. I've been playing the dumb blonde since I was about 3 years old.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to study at school, so I thought, what's the best way to get through this? Yes, exactly. I thought, what's the best way to get through this dreadful period of my life for 15 years? Look like a ditzy blonde. They will not ask you to come top of the class. I think the best thing, the solution with all of this is, you know, I've ordered a whole lot more stuff. And I find that your list is absolutely fabulous because I couldn't have even started this if you hadn't told me, for instance. Why would you say a tent, though, should be like that? I didn't get that at all because I want to share a tent with someone else, maybe.
Literally 3 sleeping bags. But you're going to have stuff. You're going to have your wardrobe. You're going to have your shower.
No, what I was going to do was start packing this into my car because I'm planning to make a, in my car. I thought the only way to get through police things is say, oh, I'm terribly sorry, my house is over there, and be very grand, very ditzy, and they'll let me through wherever it is. That's how I've always played life. So I was hoping that with my car, I put this all in, and I've got all the gear needed to survival. Now, we haven't learnt about guns. So I bought just today the SAS Survival Urban Handbook, which is for things like, you told me it's really useful for disasters and fires and things like that.
Yeah, urban survival, that's a good.
And then I bought three red lipstick, essential pencils. You told me I bought a double cooker, but she doesn't think it's any good. It's arriving on Sunday, which is really annoying.
To carry a double cooker around?
Yeah, because I'm going to put it in my car, and then sometimes I'll need to eat. And then I've got a loo coming. Okay. I know you don't like that, but I like a bit of privacy, so I bought a tent to go over the loo.
Have you actually ever done it in the forest? I'm talking about,
No, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's very smelly. I've got a shower as well. You get hot water within 20, 30 minutes. Well, don't you need that?
No, you don't need a shower.
Yes, but I might need it.
You just need your...
There's this thing here where you put it on your head and you can go through dark tunnels. A head thing.
Yeah, I like those.
And then I got a camping light lantern because I thought it would be able to check whether or not, spooky things are in the room.
Yep, good.
Okay, so that's what I bought today. I mean, all of that came, it's really expensive, all this shit. It's something like 100 quid.
Yeah.
So you're doing this on a budget. You've got a bit of a problem. It's not easy to prep on a budget.
I've been doing this my whole life.
Yes.
So a lot of the stuff you saw, I've had forever.
Forever.
This is a fake diamond ring. I just thought I should tell you about this because this is one of the old tricks. You pretend, you're like, oh, here, take my engagement ring.
And it's fake.
Marks and Spencer's. It's brilliant.
Okay, can I try it?
Yeah.
I like that the best. That's the best trick I know. I've just got my makeup. Let me go through the makeup because this is the makeup bag.
Makeup?
Yes, for fuck's sake. Yes, we need makeup. Maybe Trini's pots are brilliant because look, they go like that. That's probably what we could carry makeup in. Look, this Trini's. She has them all made here and we can just put on the makeup, which is great, isn't it?
Is she a survivalist? Because this is exactly how a survivalist thinks.
Okay, put on some lipstick like that. Just do it with your little finger. Yes, you can. It doesn't matter. Just put the bloody thing on and put it on your lip. Let's see if it works.
You look like a Venetian
It's okay. I look like a Venetian hooker on a daily basis. They immediately look completely different. You might actually get married now.
You're telling me it just takes lipstick to get married?
Yes, absolutely. It takes lipstick. High heels and lipstick will just do the trick, and a good mood. I'm going to get my housekeeper to collate all of this stuff neatly and put it in a bag for me, ready and waiting just in case. She looks so pretty with a bit of red lipstick. She needs it every day. She doesn't realise it. But anyway, she does. So we're going to go downstairs and see what we could travel with. Okay, this is my cupboard. This is diet food, so you get your calories because you need about 1,500 a day.
These powder drinks.
You think so?
And they're easy to carry.
Yeah.
And will keep you full for a while.
Exactly. I also did peanut butter because peanut butter keeps without a fridge. I've got some oil, plenty of salt. Yeah. I've got cayenne pepper. I've got some chili. I can only eat things with chili. So this is protein drink by Biogenna.
Okay,
and then,
very good.
Yes. This is water purification tablets. I'm not sure how they work. I don't want any disaster to last past this.
I need to get that.
I'll give you one. There you are. Take it.
No,
That's
no, no.
fine. No, you keep it. Shut the fuck up.
But
Take
you
it.
might purify the Thames.
So this is a cook sauce because I thought the food's going to go dreadful. So now these are meant to be good as well. And this is pure collagen because I saw the ad the other day. It makes you look beautiful. Should I not be able to get Botox? Collagen. Okay. And then on this side, should times get really bad, these are seeds. I've got lettuce and God knows what.
Wow.
Because I thought we might.
You're hardcore.
Am I hardcore?
Yeah, that's really hard.
I take that as
That's really
compliment.
hardcore. And don't
Okay,
forget to take them, because when you have to leave in an emergency, it's easy to forget.
Is it?
can
Yeah.
go to, like,
Now
one
this is
stop.
really good, so the police don't come and get me.
Oh, it's a security camera
Yes.
with a sensor
Yes. And you touch it.
to your iPhone.
Yes.
Okay. How is your home security, by the way?
I've got quite a lot of security. I believe in it. I've got very good ears. I can run in these. I don't like social distancing.
This is not very warm and it's not very camouflage.
No, I just find Alexander McQueen gets me through the doors, but I need to. And I like them to to treat me with respect.
I think you can be quite intimidating.
Can I?
Yeah.
It's over for her. They can have her. Love to say I don't know anything. I can't shoot.
It was right before the lockdown.
Yeah, I want to learn to shoot. Even if I was escaping from something, I'd want her there. Even if I went to prison, I'd want her there. I might pay for Annalisa double pay if she came to prison with me. Well, I just say I'm a big drug dealer. I need my maid. Listen, if I'm escaping from the world, I don't want to be with someone else. I don't want to be with the idiots. And the idiots, I consider anybody who gets caught.
Wait, so if the world all goes to pot,
I am
do it
going
on
to be
your
on my
own?
own, yeah. Look, if I'm on my own, I'm on my own. I get into the boat, one of these boats, and I go down the Thames. Nobody's going to notice the boat going down the Thames. I hijack the boat, get one of the guys, I say, listen, I'll give you £5 if you get me to the furthest point on the Thames.
But cash won't mean anything then.
You reckon that you'll be able to just go on fighting down to the square, Parliament Square, and get your point across?
No, I'm not gonna. No, I think things have gone too far now. I'm not going to be doing any protesting or anything like that.
Okay, they need something.
But-
They certainly don't need.
Something to.
So I'll definitely be coming down here on a boat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably a good plan actually, because you're right near the river.
Yeah, exactly. That's my luck, really. I'm
I'm-
near the river.
I just want to buckle down and survive.
People that want to escape the rule of law, they disappear to their original places. You can always find somebody doing that, a terrorist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they know their back routes.
Yeah. Well, the forest will be quite a lot bigger, or not there anymore if I go back to where I.
Perhaps not.
Whether or not this catastrophe happens, I feel I should not live with fear, but actually with optimism and hope. It's just so much nicer. Vaccines in England are here, and I'd rather they weren't mandatory, but if I have to have one, I'll have to have one. In any case, I have a tent, I've always been lucky, and I have a good book, and I'll leave it up to God, and I'm sure He will look after me.